Hi guys, it's Kurt Provost here, your guide to all things NuSkin. Today, let's talk about attraction marketing because it is a very popular topic and everyone who is new in the business and everyone who's been around the business for ages talks about attraction marketing and how they're going to attract new business to them. And it's kind of spoken about as if it's this very passive thing. You set it up and then you wake up the next day and your phone is just full of messages of people saying, I want your product, I want to work with you, basically I want to give you money. And that, well, it wasn't the case for me. I don't know if it worked like that for you. Perhaps I was doing it wrong. Anyhow, I have navigated my way through attraction marketing and it is a very complicated topic. So I'd like to really distill it down to the bare essentials. And I think before I can do that, it's important to understand and appreciate what is it that is our superpower when we join NuSkin. What makes us different? And I think this is the first big mistake that most people make when they join a network marketing company. And that is they sign up, they use the products, they love the products, and they think, you know what, what's the best way to market these products? I know, I'm going to create some ads, or I'm going to take a photo of the product and put it out there and put the price and say, hey, you can get this from me. And how does that go for most people? Not very well, because they're marketing the wrong thing. They haven't realized what their superpower is. You see, it's not the product that's the superpower. It's not the company that's the superpower. Although when you're working with NuSkin, these two things are really powerful and they definitely help you along this journey compared to other companies out there and other products out there. And it's not the compensation plan, although the compensation plan is incredibly generous and extremely innovative with NuSkin. All of these things help, but it's not them by themselves. Otherwise, NuSkin wouldn't need us. We would cease to be required in the growth of the NuSkin business. Because if advertising worked for these products that you see behind me, then NuSkin wouldn't have a distributor force out there selling them and sharing them. So what is our superpower? Well, our superpower are the relationships that are inherently built within our lives. It's our network that is our superpower. You see, we already are surrounded by people who know, like, and trust us. That is so valuable in the marketplace. I mean, it's valuable for a multitude of other reasons. It's valuable and important just for living a good life to have rich, fulfilling relationships. But we're talking about business here. And in regards to business, it is one of the most valuable things you can ever cultivate. And that is something called social equity. That is the value of your relationships out there. And that's what I discovered when I started with NuSkin is, wow, I can partner with a company that has incredible quality products. They have incredible business ethics, the way that they conduct business. They have incredible compensation plan. I can connect people with those products that are solving a problem for them. I can connect them with exactly what they want ultimately. And I can be rewarded as a result on that. I can be paid for the social equity that I have built up over time. That idea blew my mind. It's an incredible idea, and it's one that can change your life if you really come to appreciate it. So what is that superpower? It is our relationships, and this is part of the reason why we can often be rewarded when we join a network marketing company or punished when we join a network marketing company, depending on the quality of our relationships, depending on the things that we have done prior to joining these businesses. Because if you have been someone of great worth, who you've gone out there and you've given a lot and you've invested a lot into these relationships and people really trust you and they value your opinion on things, then it's much easier when you join a company like NuSkin and you share high quality products and you're using them and you're saying, I love this, I think you'll like it too. People just kind of jump on board because of the quality of the relationship that you've cultivated beforehand. So If you haven't done that, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. See, I hadn't done that. I didn't do that at the beginning of this business. I neglected my relationships, and so it was an uphill battle. I mean, my first 26 people that I spoke to all said no to me, except for the very first person. The very first person said yes, and that's the reason I'm in this business. If they didn't say yes, I probably wouldn't have spoken to the next 25 people. So from there, you can develop new relationships. And that's ultimately what I believe attraction marketing is about. It's about developing relationships with your cold market. So your warm market are those who you already have a relationship with. They know, like, and trust you. Your cold market doesn't know you. They probably don't, well, they're ambivalent towards you because they don't know you. And of course, they don't really trust you because you're a stranger on the street. So attraction marketing is turning that cold market, reaching out to that cold market and converting them into a warm market. How do you do that? Well, technology is working in our favor today because it has transformed into the perfect business tool for our business model. The world is now a network. We are all nodes on a network, interwoven and interconnected with everyone else. There is no one that you cannot reach if you really want to reach them, because we are a network. And that's fantastic for us because we market products through our personal networks. So how do you develop that attraction marketing? Ultimately, it comes down to a few core principles. Number one is understanding who is your market. Who is it that's going to connect with you the fastest? Who is it that's going to be effortless in regards to relating to you? Who do you have some commonality with? So if you're a young mother, then your market is probably going to be other young mothers. If you are, well, I was a hitchhiker in my early 20s when I started this. My market technically should be other hitchhikers in their early 20s, but there's not that many of them. So I chose different markets to work with. I chose people who, I was attending a lot of personal development courses. So I began working with the people that I met at personal development courses. That was my avatar. Now, you've probably heard that word before. An avatar is that ideal person that you are looking for. And there's a fair chance that that avatar looks like you, because something attracted you to this business. Work out what that is. Something attracted you to the products. You had a problem that these products could solve. There's a fair chance that there's a lot of people around you who are going to have the exact same problem and will look for the same solution. And you can be the one to provide them with that solution. Same thing for the business. So work out who your avatar is. Work out who your demographic is. Then work out what is the problem that you are solving and what is the solution that you have for that problem. So this is step 2, working out the solution. You see, we're not selling products here, we're selling solutions to people's problems. That's really important there, is you're connecting them with things that are going to help them improve their life in some way, shape or form. And with NuSkin, we can do that in a multitude of ways. That's why it's really important. Watch the product videos that I've done. We have a wide range of products that you can, it just means you can help more and more people with their problems. So work out which is the really important one for you and just focus on that, at least initially, because the narrower you can get initially, the better you will do to get started, but also have that awareness. So focus on a few key products, but have the awareness that there are other products out there. And while you're talking to people, while you're having these conversations, because sales always happen in conversations, whether that's in Messenger, whether that's on the phone, whether it's video chat, sales happen through conversations, and you'll find out about people and you'll realize that, hey, maybe the thing that I'm talking to them about is not the thing that makes them burn and stay awake at night worrying about it. So you can connect them with the thing that they are going to connect with the most. And the best way to do that is to listen, of course. That's a really important skill to develop in your network marketing career. Now, the third point here with attraction marketing, number 1 is know your avatar. Number 2, know your solution and know what the problem is that you're going to be targeting to that you'll provide that solution for. And the third point is how to post. Whether you're posting on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, wherever it is, whatever platform you choose, on WeChat, there's a multitude of platforms out there, and ultimately they all work if you do the work. So how do you post? Do you just do all product? You're just constantly kind of putting that stuff out there? Or do you do all lifestyle, all about you? Well, the ratio that seems to work quite well is if you do the LVR. So that means about 40%, 40 to 50% of your posts will be about lifestyle. It's about your day-to-day stuff. It's about what you're up to. It's things that share a bit about your interests, what you care about, and that show that you're a human being. It shows the authenticity, because that is what people are starved for in this day and age, and that's authenticity. We crave it so much. So if you can share things that are authentic, that are engaging, that are entertaining, that are interesting, people will flock to you. The second part is V, and that is value. So you want about 40% of your posts to be providing value for other people. So whether you're sharing something that is high quality and valuable, you don't always have to be sharing about products. I just make sure that I am always, whatever I share is going to be really, really useful for people. I love books, so I usually share the insights from books. Now I understand that not everyone reads, so I try and summarize things for people so that they don't have to go out there and read through the 400 pages that I did. Or I will try and guide them towards the best possible books to read in this moment to save them the time from wading through a lot of the crappy books out there and things like that. So if I'm giving a movie recommendation, I'll be giving the movie that I love the absolute most, because then they're going to associate high quality with me. So that's kind of the ratio I use, is say 50% lifestyle, 40% value posts, and then that leaves 10% to share results from the products and posts about the products, how to use the products, things like that. Now, the place where that is different is, of course, YouTube. I'm helping educate and train people on these products, so it's primarily products that I post about on here, but on Facebook and Instagram, it's a very different story. Now, you also want to be utilizing those 3 steps within the framework of your profile. You want your profile to act kind of like a funnel. And what a funnel is you have a lot of people entering at one end, or a lot of something entering at one end, and it narrows down and kind of eliminates those who aren't suitable along the way and makes a precise popping out at the end of exactly the person that you want, that exact avatar for your business. So you have your profile set up so that when people go to that profile, when people stalk you, because that is an important ingredient of attraction marketing, stalking. Everyone does it. Not many people talk about it, but we all stalk. It's how we find information now. And guaranteed, there are people with eyes crawling all over your profile right now. Does your profile tell them who you are as a person? Or is it just like a spammy account where there's product all over the place and it just looks like, they're just going to sell me something? Is it showing who you really are, what your values are? Is it going to attract those people and say, you know what, I want to connect with them. I want to know more. I'm really curious. Because if it is, well done. Important details, there's a few things you can tweak very simply to make sure that you're going to have a much more attractive profile. I'm going to use Facebook as an example, but the same thing goes for Instagram and all other accounts ultimately. Make sure your face is in the profile picture. There are way too many people out there who will have a cute animal of some sort, or a picture, or a sunset, or whatever it is as the profile picture. That doesn't show people who you are. We want to connect with human beings, not with blank, anonymous profiles. So if you're going to be sharing on social media and trying to build your business on social media, you cannot be anonymous. If that means you have to delete all your friends because you're afraid of the judgment, then, well, so be it. Create a new account and do that and build from scratch. But it's going to be a much slower process than it would be if you start working with what you've got today, the relationships you've already built today with your warm market, and then slowly expand into your cold market. Now, have a little bio, if it offers the chance to have a bio, about some of the things that are important for you, some of your values, some of the things that people can expect to see when they are following you, when they're a friend with you, whatever it may be. And then if you have a store or something, yes, you can have a link in there, but I wouldn't have it as the first thing. I would have it a little further down, or I'd give it some sort of introduction before just putting a buy link like most people do. You want to guide people towards a conversation with you rather than just going straight to your online store, because you can provide a much more tailored solution to people if you're actually having a conversation. Now guys, this video has gone much longer than I expected. Was it useful? I hope it was useful for you. Went on a bit of a rant, but that's attraction marketing. There is one more point that I want to cover. It's important to understand and appreciate this. Of the entire world out there, of all the people that you can potentially reach today, you need to appreciate that roughly 60% of them may have the problem that you can solve. They may be that perfect avatar that you're thinking of, but they just don't have the desire right now. 60% of the marketplace don't really care that you have a solution that could help them. But there is a caveat to that. Don't get all depressed, because 60% is a large portion of people. 60% right now don't care, but that changes. People change as they move through this journey of life. And of course, they will become ready at some point. Not other people, there's some people who will never be ready, but that's okay. We don't need to try and convert everyone. You just want to work with those who are ready. So there's another portion of the marketplace, I'd say roughly 20%, that are aware that they have a problem and they're moving towards doing something about that problem. And that's where the question of when people are complaining about some sort of problem in their life, you can ask the question of, oh, that's too bad. I'm just curious, are you ready to do anything about that? Or what are you doing about that? Or are you open to doing something about that? And that can really give you an idea whether or not people are ready to find a solution to their problems. You'll be amazed at how many people are not ready and they don't really want to do anything about their problems just yet. And then there's another portion of society, let's just say like 16, 17% of society that are ready. They're aware that they have a problem and they're ready to do something about it. They just don't know what to do. So they're looking for you. Those people who are aware they have a problem, they need to be connected with you. Those people who are ready to do something about it but don't know what the solution is, they need to be connected to you. And that leaves roughly a 3 to 4% who are ready to buy right now in this very moment. And that is why when the famous network marketing advice of just talk to more people, it'll solve all your problems, kind of does work. Because if you go out and talk to 100 people, there's going to be at least 3 to 4 of them who will buy something from you, who will do something with you. No matter how bad of a presentation or a demonstration you do, there's always going to be someone who's ready to purchase today. And so yes, talking to more people is a useful strategy, but what is a better strategy is talking to a lot of people while improving your skills, while improving your knowledge, while getting better at what you're doing. So that is just to keep in mind of the marketplace that we work in and who to focus on out of your avatar or potential marketplace of avatars. That is it. I've spoken even longer now. My name is Kurt Provost, your guide to all things NuSkin. Let me know if these are useful, if you want more videos like this, or I'll just keep doing product ones. I don't know what you guys want. I hope it helps. If you have any questions, write them in the comments below, or if there's a particular topic you'd like covered, just let me know and I'll create a new video in the future. Ciao guys.